The trailer for Euphoria Season 3 is out, and it reminded me of the first time I watched the show. I was 18 then, and I managed to binge it almost in one sitting because of how much I enjoyed it. The character I related to the most, aside from Lexi Howard, was Kat Hernandez. I connected with the idea of being an anonymous but well-known writer online. At the beginning, Kat is deeply insecure. She doesn't seek love, and over time she finds confidence in herself without worrying about what others think. Something many of us wish we could do in real life. While I don't agree with many of her actions, especially the strip chatting, since she is a minor in the show, and I absolutely do not condone those activities in any way, I can still admire how she manages to carry herself despite her flaws. She is imperfect and can sometimes be mean to her friends, but I understand the feeling of not wanting to become what others expect you to be. In the end, she owns up to her mistakes and takes responsibility for them. I also found her relationship with Ethan fascinating. It was arguably the healthiest relationship in the show, and I was genuinely happy for her when she got her happy ending in Season 1. Then came Season 2, and I was really looking forward to seeing where her character would go, especially since there were still loose ends. But to my disappointment, her character was completely butchered. Instead, we got a strange arc where she suddenly wasn't attracted to Ethan anymore. That idea in itself could have worked, especially if it were tied to her secret life, but it was handled in an unnecessarily comedic way that failed to explore the deeper reasons behind her behavior. The worst moment was how she ended the relationship. Kat lying to Ethan about having a terminal illness and calling him an incel to push him away completely destroyed her Season 1 arc. That scene was incredibly disappointing, and it ended up being her last major moment in the show, aside from stopping Maddie's outburst. I read the reports that actress Barbie Ferreira had conflicts with Sam Levinson, with rumors claiming he wanted to give Kat an eating disorder arc in Season 2, such as bulimia or anorexia, which Barbie allegedly refused to do. This was rumored to be why her character felt so inconsistent. However, Barbie later denied these claims and said none of it was true. That initially saddened me, but eventually I understood. There really isn't much left for her character as it stands. It reminded me of the announcement that Lily Eigelhart wouldn't be in Sex Education Season 4, another favorite of mine. But at least Lily and Ola were given a decent ending before their exit. So how could this have been fixed? Let's accept the fact that Kat wouldn't return for Season 3, but at least give her a more meaningful conclusion. First, Kat would still fall out of love with Ethan, but instead of playing it for laughs, it would be portrayed as a sad, quiet realization. She would still be continuing her secret online work. Second, Ethan would begin to uncover the truth, little by little, maybe through suspicious text messages, unexplained money transfers, or one of his friends recognizing Kat from a video. This would cause tension in the relationship, with Kat telling obvious lies to him to hide her secret. Another possibility is that her parents discover her secret by searching her room, which would cause her friends to worry. Kat would finally explain why she did it, her need for attention, her fear of missing out on life while her friends moved forward, and her mother will explain there are other ways to live and find meaning. Third, when Ethan finally finds out, he will try to understand her and admit that he still loves her. Kat would confess that she doesn't love him the same way anymore, not because of him, because of her own unresolved issues. She would apologize for lying, hiding her secret, and for being ashamed of herself. Ethan would finally understand and let her go. Kat would break down in tears. Lexi, Maddie, and Jules could visit her, comfort her, and reassure her that they won't judge her or shame her, that they still love her as their friend. Then Kat would watch Lexi's play, and when Ethan performs, Kat will be shown that she is smiling at him during his Nate Jacobs impersonation, showing that she is happy for him now despite their breakup. And that's it. Her arc would end in a way that feels honest and emotionally grounded, rather than turning her into a cruel character who hurts Ethan for no real reason. So what do you think? Did you like my rewrite for Kat's ending, or do you have your own ideas? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.